Alright, now a couple months back, I recommended the Tokyo Tribes anime, and since then, I think it's become one of my favorite series, most likely somewhere in my top 15. I just love the urban gangsta style, the over-the-top violence, and that awesome fucking soundtrack. So when I saw the trailer for the live-action movie, I was actually pretty excited, since it looked like a gangsta rap battle musical that still maintained all the qualities of the anime, and was directed by Shio Sono, whose movies I haven't seen for myself, but I've heard nothing but great things about him as a director. So I was really hyped going into this movie, but after finishing it, I have to say it is a bit disappointing. First things first, the music here could have been way better. A lot of the rap in this movie comes from this narrator of sorts, and in my opinion, he's just not that good, as a lot of his raps sort of come off as weak mumbling. Luckily though, the other actors have better flow, especially since the actor that plays Kai is an actual rapper in real life. That being said, the soundtrack comes nowhere near to the quality of the anime soundtrack, which is really disappointing. I mean, come on, would it have been too hard to get the guys who at least did the opening for the anime to come in and maybe do a couple songs? The movie follows the same plot as the anime, however certain key scenes are either rushed through or completely removed, which is understandable as the movie is trying to tell a story of a 12-episode anime that had lots of subplots. So one should definitely expect changes, which honestly I can accept to a degree, as let's just say they completely changed the personality of the character as well as his dynamic with the main character, transforming the anime story of two guys rebuilding their friendship into a fucking dick measuring competition. No, I'm not joking, that's what actually happens in this movie, which is really stupid even if you're not a fan of the anime. Though despite these complaints, there is plenty of good to be found in this movie. The casting and costume choices are surprisingly spot on, with the exception to the characters of Boopa and Mera. In Boopa's case, it's understandable since, I mean, look at Boopa in the anime. There's no way in hell you could do that in live action. Then there's Mera, who in the movie is just a completely different character in terms of both looks and personality. However, while I do heavily prefer the anime version of Mera, the movie version is still plenty of fun and brings out a lot of the movie's great scenes. As I mentioned earlier, the movie does keep a lot of the over-the-top qualities from the anime, and in my opinion, I think they might have injected more here, surprisingly. I mean, sure, there's no gangster armies or robots, but there's gangster rap battles during actual fights to the death. And then you have beatboxing maids, hip-hop kung fu, which I'm surprised wasn't part of the anime originally. Some pretty trippy scenes with the human furniture stuff, which is taken to a whole new level in the movie, as well as a lot more yelling and near cartoonish acting at times, especially from characters like Boopa. While this movie does have some issues, especially if you're a fan of the anime, it still has its charm, mainly due to how insane things can get, making it something definitely worthwhile to check out.